Man, who that? 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 I got your.
Man, how y'all doing? Thanks for tuning in to Nonk Chauz's brand new podcast net, and we'd like to thank all y'all for listening. Well, but I need y'all help. Right now, our little podcast net is only about 4 feet long and 4 feet wide. Well, y'all know that's not enough to catch shrimp to fill up an ice chest. We're trying to make our podcast net grow so we can fill up and get our limit. So y'all please tell your cousins, your parents, your nannies, the taunts and knocks to tune in to Nonk Chauz Wet Talk Podcast.
Man, who that? Man, who that? So if you're rapping who that nation, put your hands up high and wave them, say who that? Man, who that? If you always strikes quick like some concrete mix, and you can't blink an eye while the schoolboy's lit, say who that? Man, who that?
Welcome back to another episode of Nonk Chauz Wet Talk Podcast. I'm Dollar Dog, hot shot from Ducking the Do like every damn day. And I'm with your host, Nonk Chauz. Patrick Swayze's body double during the making of Dirty Dancing. On today's show, news from around the Caribbean, special guest, Lola Love from the Zydeco workout, Cajun word of the day, and news with Dollar Dog. No.
Man, Dollar Dog, how you been, Trap?
Oh, I've been tired of me.
Let me tell you something. You've been missing a lot of stuff that's been going on in Lafayette. Got all kind of headlines for you.
Come on.
Some very important stuff. First of all, probably the most important thing that's happening in the last week or so, I want to say it was on CNN or C-SPAN for sure, on the national news. They had, can you believe this? They had a truck, or like them young kids call that a SUV.
SUV, that's a...
I call that a truck.
Yeah. Like
a car and a truck, a hybrid.
Yeah.
Like a striped bass.
Big minivan too.
Man, yeah, they had one of them things. Middle of the day now, Chef. Middle of the day.
Yeah.
True the front door, Lanyos.
Hold on, do what? Hold on, say that again. Maybe I didn't get. Somebody drove the True Lanyos.
They drove True Lanyos during the middle of the day. It's not like it was that nighttime.
They had the buffet line going. That hurt anybody?
Well, no, they didn't have the restaurant open at the time, and they basically went right through that door of the grocery store side.
Oh, you must have had a tear in your eye. I didn't know about that. I would have came back.
They said that was that truck that hit it was called the Tahoe.
No, that's not related to anything. Didn't they still, they had they got boudin robbery a couple of months back. That was all over the news.
Yeah. Well, I had asked them about that. I said, well, maybe that's the same because they was trying to blame that on me.
The truck?
No, that boudin robbery that happened a while back.
Yeah, I remember when you got into all that trouble about that.
Well, I'm still waiting to see. They thought it was me, man. I asked them. I said, I went down there. I said, Natobe, y'all blaming that boudin robbery on me, and y'all got somebody running through the door. Man, maybe that's the same people. He said, no, it's not. I said, man, how you can say that? He said, well, it was an accident. Man, I said, man, you and Joey Lanyo, y'all explained that to me. So, Bob got me a lounge chair. I said, I'm gonna sit down right here and drink me a juice, and y'all tell me. Well, the truck that hit it was a red Tahoe. Where Joey...
Don't Bernice have a red Tahoe?
She sold that. Man, Joey was behind the counter cutting some meat up back there, and he yelled to Toby in the front, "Hey, I need some tasso." Well, the little lady that was driving the Tahoe heard that. She thought he said, "Hey, bring me your Tahoe." Man, and then all of a sudden she floored it, and she was just trying to be nice, and she ran her Tahoe to the back of the grocery store. So they got out, but they was scared. I said, what you doing? She said, oh, I just wanted to do something nice for y'all. Y'all said y'all needed some Tahoe. Man, they said, no, Shy, we need some tasso. And so it was a big confusion. But let me tell you what, that didn't stop them from busting up that buffet that night, no.
They had the line going that night?
That night, they had a line going. You know what they did? They took a piece of plywood, and they stretched that out over the la porte, and they busted that up. And say too, that night they was busting that buffet open.
Well, they're never gonna shut that down, yeah.
Man, you can't shut that down. Now, They had some more interesting news. I don't know if this hit national news like that. But man, down the road, they got a little store at Doyce's. An old little store, you go in, you pay your water bill. And they got a new sign for their building. A pretty little sign. They sell all kind of stuff in there. And on the sign, they even tell you what they sell. They sell black pots, hardware, and even on their sign, they sell rubber boots, and they have that on their sign. They sell rubber boots over there. So I guess they're getting into a different market. They also sell black pots and plumbing and electrical equipment. But I just thought that it was interesting that they had put that on their sign. Them rubber boots. That might be. I don't know if that's a special rubber boot.
Is that Lanyo special?
Maybe it's a Lanyo, Deutsch Lanyo rubber boot special. You know what I think they doing maybe is, you know them kids nowadays, they got them toes. The shoes look like some gloves on their feet, and they show the toes. You know, maybe that's some rubber boots like that. Maybe that's how that is. Man, you think plumbers would wear that if they came out with the rubber boots with the individual toes?
Plumber wear?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know, maybe.
They'd have to put some, I don't know if they can get the steel toe into that boot with them individual toes like that. Yeah, or you could wrap each toe the night before or that morning. You wrap that with aluminum foil on each toe. But that's a lot of work.
Whoa.
So I wish them the best. I wish Deutschland. And they got their sign, and maybe they're going to paint the rest of their building. They're moving up in the world. You see, they had never changed that sign since it's been open.
You think they're ever closed? You think that building's ever closed? Like Hurricane Katrina, everything, it just kept going, huh? Always got
man, well, as long as I could remember.
And you're still friends with them, even though they accused you of stealing boudin from their store.
Oh, Lanyo's restaurant?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because like I told them, I said I'm innocent. Man, I know there's a lot of evidence pointing against me.
It's not that the fact you can't stay away from that fried catfish buffet or that étouffée on that buffet line.
Well, you know, I like to every now and then well, pretty much every time I go over there.
Yeah.
I take that étouffée and I put that on top of that fried catfish.
Well, that's the only way you can do it. I tell you, you know where I stand with crawfish étouffée. I mean, I put that on anything, me.
Yeah, right.
Well, you know, old Dollar Dog, he's always on the road. He don't get the party like Nonk gets the party. And I know you've been out there at the UL games. Give me a recap of what happened, T.
Oh man, I'm so sad, sure. You know, Puff bet them boys played their hearts out for us all year. They got to host a super regional for the first time ever in school history. 50-something wins. They had, guess how many of them boys got called up to go to the major league?
7.
7 of them boys.
I guess 7. Oh, that's good. Good guess, huh?
Man, yeah, you should go to the casino or to the bingo hall. You're feeling lucky.
Yeah.
Now they pulled a hard card with Ole Miss. Ole Miss was the only team that had more players drafted than UL. They had 8. So the first night we went out there, and I had got me some tickets. I went out there and it was packed. There comes a chock-a-block with people. Man, and they had them boys from UL had them bat swing. It was electric in the air. You know, felt like I was at RT Electric Building. And what a pleasure to watch them. And they played absolutely great. And then the second night, they lost a close little game. And I'm happy for what they did for the community. You couldn't be more proud of them boys. They deserve to be in the World Series. But Ole Miss was tough. I think they had a little bit of an edge on the pitching this past weekend. But I still like to thank all of them boys. And I met some great people out there tailgating for those 3 games. I went to all 3 games. You know, I sat in that Section A. Everybody knows Section A is the loudest and the proudest out there. Them people, they cheer the hardest out of anybody probably in the country. They cheered their heart out. I got to meet some new people. I actually met one of the players' family, Mike Strentz. Ran into his brother Nick in them bars, JC in them bars, Shun D. And look, hey, come under the tent, watch the TV. They ball crabs one game. They had some of that pulled pork one game. Then the next game they had some jambalaya, all kind of stuff out there. And they took me in and took care of me. And I like to thank them for that. And if anything else, you know, that was just a great time for Lafayette. Hopefully next year we get some young talent in there and try to replace some of them boys for going. But that's going to be a memorable season for everybody to bring this program forward. Now we're on the map.
Now,
So,
what was that? All that news you sent me. You were all mad one day. Some guy came up here saying something that UL don't know how to talk and that he couldn't understand anything, and that's why they lost the game. What was that about?
man, Matthew Stevens, I think they ended up firing Matthew Stevens.
Who?
He's from Mississippi, and I think they ended up firing him. He tried to apologize, but everybody said, it's too late to be désolé, bro. He said we were like some animals, and we didn't know how to talk. We didn't deserve that, and this. He came over here. It's the most boringest city, and this and that. He was full of he was full of cockamamie him, and everybody was all frustrated. But you know, even some of the old Miss fans I had met over the weekend, they had said, "Well, y'all treat us nice like that." They actually said like this: "Man, you boys are pretty nice out here. We having a real good time." I said, "Thank y'all." I said, "We appreciate y'all coming down here. I wish the NCAA would have let us sell beer in the stands." And you know, that was a big controversy. The NCAA wouldn't let them UL concessions sell beer. And maybe that's why we didn't win. They cheated us like that. But man, maybe after commercial, Dollar Dog, you can pull up a little bit of that interview from that old boy. But I'm telling you, it's gonna make you hot headed, boy. You're gonna want to drive your hot shot rig all the way to Mississippi and find them.
That's sad. That we open our homes to these outsiders that come in and say, "Hey, give them this hospitality. Hey, come in. We're gonna cook you some dinner. We're gonna sit down. We'll get you a cold juice pop. You can turn anything on the TV." And then you're gonna bad talk us when you leave?
Man, and that don't happen often. Even like for the Saints games and stuff, all them other teams say they like coming down here for the fun and everything. Man, I never heard nothing like that for as long as I've been around here all my life. I never heard nothing like that. It don't make no sense. But people crazy nowadays, yeah.
Yeah.
People children they're crazy. That's why I try not to watch the news too much. Then people doing all kind of stuff in there. Well, Dollar Dog, let's go to our little commercial break, and when we get back, I got something I want to talk to you about. You ever heard of the St. Jude ice water dump on your head like that?
Huh?
Yeah, man, yeah. I might explain that to you. Nonk had to do something today. I hope it don't get me sick. Y'all stay tuned. We're going to be right back after a short little commercial break and talk about the ice water dump on your head fundraiser by St. Jude like that.
Man, who that? Who that? Man, who that?
How y'all doing? That's Nonk Chauz. I know it's summertime. Y'all look for something fun to do to bring the kids and the families out. So y'all come join us at Acadian Village July 19 and 20 for the first annual Louisiana Hot Sauce Expo. And your one and only Nonk Chauz and his God-given, silky, sweet, smooth voice will be hosting the event. They're going to have live bands. They're going to have over 100 hot sauce vendors out there. They're going to have food. They're going to have barbecue, a little kid area. They're going to have live music. So y'all come past, tell all your Nonks, Tonks, Cousins, and your Potans to come on by. No matter what they say, this is the first annual Louisiana Hot Sauce Expo, baby. Okay, how y'all doing? Appreciate y'all sticking back through the commercial breaks like that. Next up, our special guest we've been telling y'all about all night is Lola Love from the Zydeco workout. How you doing, Lola?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, man, good. I was just on your little interstate camp on the electric interstate, and I'd stop by. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Lola runs a interstate camp called Zydeco Workout, and they play Zydeco music. Anything you want to know about some events going on? How long y'all internet sites been up like that?
Well, we've been around for quite a bit. I know the organization that started the Zydeco Workout is called the Zydeco Historical and Preservation Society. It's out of Opelousas, Louisiana, and it originated in the year 2000. And I came on board in 2004 and then hit the air in 2005 with the Zydeco Workout.
Man, and most of y'all stuff y'all do it live, not boiled, or some of y'all stuff is pre-balled or pre-recorded?
It's both. It's mainly the live shows, but there's pieces where I go and I interview people, at their location, at their homes, or at different festivals, and so I record those pieces, and then I bring them on the air as well, so you can hear those historical pieces about, what's going on in Louisiana, what's going on in different pieces, at different parts of the Zydeco Nation.
Well, that's nice. And Dollar Dog was telling me you had moved out from the main city of Opelousas into a suburb. Where you living now?
Right now, I'm in California, but I go back and forth. I'm in Opelousas. I go back and forth from Houston to Opelousas to California. So I have a live show in California right now. Again, it's called the Zydeco Workout. It airs at KZSU Stanford 90.1 FM. It airs on Sundays, 12:30 to 2 p.m. And it's very different because what we do is we showcase a variety of music from Louisiana, so specifically Zydeco, Creole, Lola, and we introduce it to new people. So people that are not aware of the music or the culture, this is the opportunity for them to learn about the music, about the culture, about what it is, what's going on in the Zydeco Nation, and whether if it's festivals or events. So they learn all that information in the Zydeco Workout.
Well, how has it been for you, coming from a big city like Opelousas, to move to such a small place like California? Has the lifestyle been different from going from all the fancy stuff in Opelousas to some little podunk town like California?
It's very different. It's very different. But we definitely have a lot of, California is very interesting because there's a lot of, it's a lot of culture here, but what's happening is that it's a lot of, it's a diversity, it's a diverse area, and so there's not a lot of music from Louisiana. So what we do is, again, we reintroduce it. There is a lot of Creole community that has moved here since World War II. They moved to the San Francisco Bay Area and to Los Angeles, so to California in general. So there's a large Creole base here, but there hasn't been a radio program that has been showcasing the music of Southwest Louisiana. So we decided to introduce that in 2005.
Well, I might have to go pass by that little town in California. There's two things I really like. I like Creole food and I like Creole women, so I might have to go pass by and make me a little pass over there.
You're more than welcome to stop by.
Man, so, Lola, when you was growing up or anything like that, you've always been a fan, or you play a little bit of Zydeco music? You play an instrument?
I do not play an instrument. I was in a choir, but what happened is that my parents actually, my father was in a band when he was growing up, and so I remember him playing music and my uncles being in bands and things like that. So that I was reintroduced to Zydeco music in the year about 2003, 2004. My partner, Rod Sayas, he's the founder of the Zydeco Historical and Preservation Society, and he started playing a lot of the Zydeco music, in CD form, and I started listening to it a lot more and in depth and enjoyed it. And I asked him why we didn't have anything here. And he, from that we started looking around and how could we create something here. And that's where we started to generate the idea of a radio program, and then we got it started.
And Dollar Dog had said something about way out in California they had the Grammys for the Zydeco. You ever had anything to do with that, or?
Well, I am involved in some aspects. What they do is they call me in for different projects, and I support their efforts. And one of the efforts that I've been working on is letting the musicians know how important it is for them to get involved. And, by them submitting their music, they are getting involved. It's a big process. So it's submitting their music and being considered for a nomination. So it's different steps, but the first step is that they need to register to become members of the Recording Academy. That's one, so that they can vote. And the second piece is that when they submit or they have a project that's ready, then they need to submit it in a timely fashion. And more recently, we were at the Grammy at the Recording Academy at the Grammys in January for the Lifetime Achievement Award for Clifton Chenier. He was honored with that Lifetime Achievement Award. So it was definitely an honor for us to be there in representing the Zydeco Historical and Preservation Society and so many others. C.J. Chenier, his son, invited us to be part of that, and so we were definitely honored to be there.
Well, that's nice of them to do that, and it was nice whenever they had the award for just the Cajun category and the Cajun music, Zydeco music, and I know they had done away with that for the last I don't know, a few years or so. Now the awards that the Zydeco bands and the Cajun bands can be nominated for, like, what's the category that falls under ethnic music or?
No, I can't even think about it right now what the name of it is, but it's like a catch-all because I know that it incorporates, I believe, reggae, Hawaiian, Zydeco, Cajun, and a couple of others. It's under the roots category, but I can't remember specifically what it's titled. But it's like a catch-all.
Hey Lola, it's Dollar Dog here. How you doing, Chef?
Hey, I'm doing good, and you?
Oh, I'm good. How long has the Grammys been doing that?
Doing what specific?
Having specifically Louisiana music.
Well, I know Terrence Simeon and his wife actually worked on that and introducing the category, and I believe that's been since 1997, 1995. I have to double check the year, but I know that they were very influential in creating that category specifically for Cajun and Zydeco music.
And where are they from?
They're from Louisiana. My partner says La Telle, but they're from Mallet. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you ever heard of him, but if he ever comes around, a good friend of our show is Chubby Carrier. If you ever see his name come up, make sure you put an extra vote in for him.
Of course.
And that was our first musician we got on the show. Mr. Chubby came on there and talked on our show. A lot of people we asked to come on the show. They don't take us serious. Mr. Chubby, I called him one time and said, "Want to come on the show?" And he showed up, brought us a plate lunch. He bribed us with a plate lunch. I gave him an extra 2 minutes of airtime.
Yeah.
So
no, he's definitely he's a Grammy Award winner, and he represents the culture well. So.
And he's a class act. And
now, Lola, I mean, you connected into this Zydeco Nation. Do you see people older age? Do you see younger people coming into the culture, or where do you see the future of the Zydeco Nation?
Well, we are the ones that coined the word Zydeco Nation, so it's interesting that you've mentioned that. When we started the show, every time that I start my show, my program, I mention Zydeco Nation, and since then, since we started the program since 2005, there's been bits and pieces. Several people have used the word, and so it's good in a way because we feel that we have influenced both young and older generations to get involved. But we do have, we want to reintroduce new generations of Zydeco listeners and musicians to Creole music. I know that there's a lot of younger generations now that are playing music, and we are happy that they're going back and listening to the older style and applying it to their style and making it their own.
Now, you might be the best person to ask. Like I know when we were growing up, a big guy was Wayne Toop. Would you consider him like traditional Zydeco, or is he kind of like a mixture?
Wayne Toop.
Wayne Toop?
Wayne Toop, I would not consider him Zydeco. I would consider him to be more like a hybrid. He definitely incorporates, pieces or bits of Zydeco, but we would consider him more of a Cajun hybrid.
Have you heard any Nonk songs?
I have not.
Oh, man, I got some songs. I want to nominate that for a Grammy.
Yeah, that needs to get for a Grammy.
And so for instance, I got a song about play lunches. And play lunches are part of the Zydeco Nation. Y'all like play lunch. So fill me to the top and put my gravy on the side. Because when I hit them curves, I don't want that in my ride. And don't forget my spark, because I ain't doing dishes. If you got a stuffed pork chop, then you granted all my wishes.
Sounds like a rap to me.
I think that's rap Cajun.
Man, I wanna nominate that for a Grammy. That's pretty. And they say I have a God-given, silky smooth voice.
There you go.
Yeah. So
somebody has to believe in it, right?
Now, Lola, you say Zydeco Nation. Is that a cousin of Who Dat Nation?
No, I don't believe we are. But hey, you never know. We may be related somehow.
Man, like, and then for the Zydeco workout, my nanny had asked me. She had, I told her, I said, I'm doing the Zydeco workout. So she showed up. She had her tennis shoes and all her workout bag. And I said, "What you doing?" And she thought that was a type of Taibo class. Y'all do anything like that with the Zydeco workout with like some Taibo or something? I think that could be a good market.
Well, definitely it is. Well, our music is it's kind of an upbeat workout. We do have people that do listen and do work out to it, but our focus was more so to introduce people to the music and culture. And the culture, there's a lot of upbeat music, and then there's a little bit of slow music as well. We do incorporate the waltzes in there because they're so important to Creole music, and so we want to make sure that we don't forget about the waltz. But you're absolutely correct. You know, there definitely is an interest for people to work out too. The Zydeco workout.
I know every time I listen to Zydeco music, I get a sweat in me. Now, Lola, I mean, you tuned into it. Who's up and coming? Who should we be listening to in the Zydeco Nation? Who's that we might not have heard of and that's up and coming?
The up and coming artist. I know that Rusty Matois. Have you heard of Rusty?
I know that's something new. That's a new.
Well, Rusty Matois is from Lake Charles, Louisiana. He's definitely been playing, and he's been around for a little bit, but he's definitely showcasing a lot of new stuff now, and he is someone to look out for. There's also Josh Arsenault, Ruben Moreno out of Houston, and we can't forget about Guylan Lede. Guylan is out of Opelousas. Yeah, he's Lil Guylan. And I think he is now he's in his teens now, and he is playing under Robbie Mann Robinson, founder of Zydeco Force. And so they all have some, they're all bringing a lot to the table. They're the next generation coming in.
I know, but I'm glad she told us about that. I like to hear, and that's a big part of our show too over here. Lola is, we're trying to get the French language. I'm always trying to work on new words, and we do Cajun word of the day. And we like to have young artists, especially, to come on here and talk about their music and keep the younger generations going and make them proud of what they got before it's too late. My mama spoke through French and fluent French, and I'm trying to get the young people motorcycled about that and motivated like that. So, well, we appreciate you coming on the show, and next time you coming in town to do an event or something, let us know, and we'll put that on our Electric Interstate camp like that.
Awesome. Well, I just wanted to say one last thing about, the younger generation is that one thing that we have definitely incorporated in the Zydeco workout is being able to showcase a lot of the French music. So there's definitely a large piece of the Zydeco workout that's all, Zydeco, but it's all in French. So we definitely showcase that. And then the artists that we do play, like I mentioned, the Rusty, the Josh Arsenaults and Ruben, they're all being played on our show because there's not a lot of other radio stations that would give them a lot of that airtime. So we appreciate anyone that's going to be showcasing their talents as well. Not only do we play the younger artists, but we also play the older artists as well. The John Delafosse, Clifton Chenier, Furnace Arsenault, and all of those artists, because we want the younger people to understand the older musicians and what it means to what the Zydeco music means, and so we need to again remind them where the music comes from.
Well, I appreciate y'all doing that. It's nice to hear people still doing that, especially around the areas and all the little small cities like California and into all the big metropolitan areas like Opelousas.
Well,
it's nice to hear that.
Lola, before you get out of here, we got a question to ask you. We ask all our first time interviewees. It's an important question. It's a question that is the heart of South Louisiana, and that's what kind of potato salad do you prefer? Do you like it chunky? Do you like it smooth? Or do you like a little lumpy potato salad?
I definitely like it chunky.
Chunky potato salad. That's what I say too. I like it a little chunky. A little chunky potato salad never hurt nobody.
Man, you
That's
see,
right.
me and Dollar Dog always arguing about that. I like mine real smooth and creamy. I don't like no lumps. I don't like nothing crunchy, no celery. And we had Chubby Carey on here. We had Purvis Morrison. All kind of people. Everybody's been saying creamy. And you and Dollar Dog finally got him another friend that likes his potato salad chunky. So you made his day right now. He's smiling ear to ear. Him.
Well, I'm glad I found another friend too.
Well, Lola, don't be a stranger to the show. Give us a call if you ever need some help or anything, and we appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank y'all, and we love y'all. And Lola, y'all go listen to some Nonk Chauz on iTunes tonight. Get y'all loaded that in your truck. Load that up and download that.
Well, all right. Thank you so much for having me and giving me this opportunity. I'd like to invite you both and your listeners to check out our websites, Zydecoonline.com, ZydecoWorkout.com, and also our nonprofit organization, the Zydeco Historical and Preservation Society, ZHPS.org. Thanks again.
We love y'all.
All right. Now, thank you so much.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Now how y'all doing? Y'all come make a pass July 19 and 20 at Acadian Village for the first annual Louisiana Hot Sauce Expo. It's going to be more than Sassy Show. It's going to be Sassy Foot Show. Now, okay, welcome back to Nonk Chauz Red Talk Podcast Net. Thanks for staying tuned with us. I'm trying to explain to Dollar Dog real quick, but he's not getting that. Talking about on that Fashe book, everybody, they're doing an ice water fundraiser, dump water on your head challenge for St. Jude. Now, I'm always trying to help the charities. I think it's a great call. Now, what happens, Dollar Dog, is you take some ice water, put that in a bucket, pour that on your head. Now, before you do it, you call out 5 people. Like for you, you like Ronnie Millsap, you can call Ronnie Millsap out and say, Ronnie, you don't do what I do, you owe St. Jude $100. But if you dump this ice water on your cold box, you only got to pay 10. So,
why?
They're trying to raise money for the kids, Dollar Dog.
Well, what's the water have to do with anything?
Man, 25 on. Man, I don't know. I just said, well, I couldn't afford. I would have liked to give the little charity $100, but I had open gizzard surgery. My gizzards were acting up, and they had to remove one of my gizzards. So I had to spend all my money on my surgery. So I had to do the $10 option.
Dr.
My buddy,
he didn't do that?
Well, I did it through they call that like an underground place. We met at one of the KOA cabins in Scott, and it was a doctor. He didn't have his degree, but he had a lot of experience. Cut that out for me. But he had used he had put all his little blades in alcohol and cleaned that. Got me a discount. But my buddy from RTLX, Brent Carlson and them boys, that boy called me out on that. They said, no, they calling you out. They calling you out. And I said, what? I didn't know either. I said, what the hell is that? I had to go to the store, bought me 16-pound frozen blocks of water, filled me up a aluminum bucket of that water, dumped that ice on the moving picture camera to prove I had did that, and I had to dump that on my head, freezing cold. I went out there. You know where I did that at?
Where's that?
They got a new little gym. It's called Rouges.
Rouges? Yeah,
Rouges.
Only for girls.
No, boy, Rouges. I said, Gym, Rouges Health and Racket Club. They got a new branch out in Jadis.
All they got is cold water?
And they had an aquatic center out there. You saw that.
Now, instead of using that cold water to keep your fish fresh, you wasted it. So you telling me you wasted it?
Well, I had to. What I'm supposed to do?
Get you at least a good fish.
And you know what I called out?
Who you called out?
Called out you. So now you gotta do it. Yeah, you gotta do it now. I put that on the Fashe book. And that's gonna be a code, yeah. And then I called out you, Wayne Tubes, Jerry Bergeron, Todd Savoy from Todd Savoy's Remodeling, and Rob Perillo. Man, Rob Perillo's the one I really wanted to get. Man, look all the rain he done caused this already. He's causing all that rain here.
Big Ferro wouldn't have done that to us.
Man, no. So, Rob, stop saying it's going to rain. It's not going to rain. You're being negative, Rob. You say it's going to rain like that. Don't say that.
It gives me the flea songs thinking of.
Yeah, boy. And tell me one of them cubes didn't fall in my cassons, boy. That was cold. Boy, that was colder than a a brain freeze from a blue snow cone.
Blue is colder than another snow cone?
Oh, yeah. They got more, they put more ice in the blue because the blue color melts the ice faster. But I gotta put, yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Man, I tell you what, speaking of water, man, I think my boat's about had it. And I'm dying to go back out there and catch me some fish and some crab. Talk to my partner.
You ever looked on that Craigslist?
Craig Lash and them boys got a list because I tell you what, my buddy JC and them talking to him at the game. They said last time they went, they sure tore him up. Chris Parham, one of my partners, he smoked them for a while back for about 19 days. There was a bunch of boys went out to his camp, a few boats, and they came back and they balled that. We went past back there and ate a little bit. Some select crabs too, yeah. Full. Now you can always tell when them crabs are full. They got them little white dots right behind the little points on the back, by the back swimmer legs. They're gonna have a little white dot. That's when you know they're gonna be full. And yeah, it makes the work worth it, man. You rather ball crabs or ball crawfish?
Choo, that's a tough one. I'll go just for the sake of being realistic. I'll go crawfish. You get a good batch of crawfish, you really can.
I'm gonna go crabs because I like. Don't get me wrong, I like my crawfish, but I'm like a cheval up there, man. When I get there, like a cheval eating rice, and I get to them crawfish, I can't stop myself. It's like my pants. I'm a blow my pants up, you know. They have to pull me out of there like a horse. That horse eating
right there.
Can't stop munching that crawfish. You know, them crabs, you know, it kind of feels nunk up a little bit. And you get tired of cleaning that, you kind of slow yourself down. But they got any of them boats on that list? I was calling about that I had in the Craigslist for the boat.
Yeah, man, what's going on?
And I hate to bother y'all. I know it's a little late, but I hope y'all weren't sleeping like that.
Wait, what's that?
I hate to bother you, man. I hope that you're not sleeping.
Oh, no. I'm awake. I'm up.
Man, okay. Kind of in a little emergency. Me and my partner, Dollar Dog, you see, we do a lot of, mostly, we do some freshwater fishing, but we do some saltwater fishing. And my buddy took my boat out, and him and his little boy spilled some cricket bucket. Next thing you know, he mashed his foot on the trolling motor, you see. And then now next thing, I got a crack in my hull, and we run a business out that boat. We got 3 boats, and we'd like to find something, maybe even, you know, as soon as possible. I don't know if y'all have some buyers lined up for your boat yet.
No, nothing as of now. I got a couple guys. I got a couple calls today, but you know, nobody, no money in hand, you know.
Okay, and that's a Mercury you said on that.
Yeah, it's a Mercury 99.
That's a good. Yeah, I like the Mercury.
Yeah, it's a 2-stroke. You know, it runs good, man. I got 2 props for it. They kind of beat up. Like I said, I'm negotiable on it. I'm asking for. Trolling motor could use some work. But I mean, you know, everything, you know, is in good shape. The hull and all that's in good shape.
And you the only owner of that old boat for the whole time?
No, I bought it from my old boy 4 years ago, probably. Okay. But my dad's got another bass boat that we fish out of, and I got an aluminum boat. And that's all I use. And this one sits in Lafayette, and I go up and down the Vermilion in it, and that's it.
I'm saying got too many hours.
No.
You said you see my niece, she was on the electric interstate, and I was kind of nervine about getting something because I need to get out there. I got to run my traps. You know, we do a lot of different things in them boats. And she heard me talking to Dollar Dog, and she told me, she said she got on an electric interstate, and she said that the boat was made by Champagne.
Oh, that's a Champion.
Oh, because I know David. So you don't know David Champagne?
No, where's he out of?
Cankton.
Oh, no. This is a Champion, a bass boat.
Nah, I'll be goddamn to hell no. See, I thought.
Now what you looking for, huh?
Well, I mean, we're looking for something, but I thought maybe what kind of.
This is a fiberglass boat.
Oh man, you see that changes everything. You know, I like that old. Something with a little meat on it.
Yes, aluminum boat.
Now, okay. y'all. Let me ask you this. I know that nowadays the new kids, y'all, with all that high tech stuff, and you know, like, I'm getting old, but y'all ever go to like Rockefeller with that, or y'all?
Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Then
That's what we use it for.
y'all been catching the little crowds in that champagne?
Yeah, we tore them up last weekend.
Well, what y'all call that on chicken or milk? Huh? Hello?
1 second. Hey, let me call you back.
Okay, Sean, I'm sorry to bother you.
No problem. 1 second.
Well, I guess he's busy, Dollar Dog. I guess we're gonna have to look somewhere else for our boats.
I guess he didn't want to sell you a boat, no?
Man, I thought whenever you said that was a champagne boat, you see.
I thought that's what they said on the ad.
I like them strong. I like that aluminum boat meat.
Yeah, see, David Champagne, his boats you talking about, he hand makes that out of Kingston, him.
Yeah, but well, if he calls back, but I don't think we're gonna have to go with that because we're not gonna be able to get in the mud flats with that. We're not gonna be able to. You have to wash them rocks and everything in Rockefeller. You're gonna have to. You're gonna be running aground with all that fiberglass.
Nonk, you know what time it is?
What time is it, Sean? Game time?
It's time for the news with Dollar Dog.
Oh man, that's my favorite, Sean. You always come up with some good news.
Yeah.
North of North Beach. Overnight, northeast wind 10 knots. Waves 1 foot.
I got one for you there, T. A woman was arrested after stealing a Bible, cheese, and socks from Walmart. That's a hard time right there. Now, a South Carolina woman has been arrested after she stole a Bible from a Walmart. Frances Thomas put the good book in her purse while shopping inside the store in South Carolina. Light-fingered Thomas also stole some cheese and socks. Thomas was stopped by the store detectives after leaving the store and booked into the county jail, reports the Smoking Gun. The Bible was recovered and the resellable, said police.
Man, I told y'all the people crazy nowadays. You know what? You know what else puzzles me though?
What's that?
I never seen a Bible for sale in Walmart.
Yeah, they got them there. The good book. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Man, I didn't never. Man, Dollar Dog, you got me on that one.
Well, this is what gets
maybe she's like Jameis. What's his name? Famous Jameis from Florida State. He stole some crab legs, but he said he forgot to pay. Maybe she forgot to pay for the socks and the fromage and the liver.
Well, this is what gets me. I mean, this Walmart is so high tech. They got an in-store detective.
Man,
did you know Walmart had an in-store detective?
Man, no, man. They must have a lot of people stealing from there.
It might be like one of those air marshal guys. You don't even know, and then bam, you're arrested. You're like, what? Hey, where are you coming from, guy?
But that'd be a long day. You have to fake shop in Walmart all day. I would do it, man. I would do it, but I wouldn't. I tell you what, I wouldn't wait in line. I wouldn't go through the register line. I'd just walk around, act like I'm shopping.
Well, I know how they could tell you apart. You know how they give all those samples away? You just be eating samples all day.
Man, I like to try that the new little groceries. You know, the different groceries they have here and there.
Yeah, I mean that's what they got them for. I mean, you gotta get you a little snack here and there. It never hurt nobody.
You gotta keep your energy up, Dollar Dog. You walk in that basket. You push in that basket. You got your kids and your grandkids and your godchilds, and then they got friends coming sleep over. It's summertime. You grabbing them. You're trying to shop. You're picking up all them big bags of rice. You know, the kids are on your nerves, so you pick up a Bible to hold the peace. You know, T. Ricky wants some cheese for his pizza, so you get you some cheese. The damn basket rolls on your shoe, rips your socks. You grab the socks. You had enough. You fashioned. It's time to go, and you forget to pay. It happens all the time. It's probably an accident.
Well, that's a because the cheese is not next to the Bible, and the Bible and the cheese ain't next to the sock. So I mean, she was one just picking random stuff up, or she had a plan. I mean, this lady, Frances Thomas, she had a need for socks and a need for the good book, or I mean, she didn't
I
go
wonder
in
how
there
much.
randomly.
I wonder how much time she's gonna have to do for that.
I mean, oh man, I don't
You
know
know what? You know how much time I'd make staying there?
how long.
As much time as it took for that cheese to age from milk. As long as it took to make that cheese, I'd keep her in there.
I don't think that's a good. I don't think that'd be legal.
No, that's
Now,
why I'm not a. That's why I'm not a judge.
well, let me ask you this: since you bring up judge, what part of the justice system, if you had to pick, what would you be? No, a cop, a lawyer, judge, bailiff, city clerk, the little thing that in the courthouse that types all day long, bail bond. What
Man,
would you be?
I think I'd work for the BFR.
What's BFI?
That's the little federal agents that they run around and they do secret missions and all that. They bust all them big wigs.
Well, how can you? I think they would see you coming. No, I mean, you walk in a room, everybody got suits on. You walk in there with your rubber boots. I think you're gonna.
Man, everybody knows I don't just wear that to wear that for style. That's for my. That's what my what they call it, orthopedic. He subscribed me that for my back. I got a bad back, and he gave me them rubber boots.
Rubber boots are known to be good for your back problems.
Yeah, for your lower back.
Yeah.
Now your upper back, you wear steel toes.
Yeah, that makes sense. But that's what I'm saying. I mean, you go. I mean, you got all the city aldermans out there saying, let's get a new road on on Camellia, and you walk in there with rubber boots and you smelling the crawfish at the high heaven, and with your sunglasses on. I mean, you're gonna stick out a little bit. And you'll be like, oh, I'm just here for business.
Yeah, but if I wear like some camouflage, that's not gonna catch their eye. I ain't gonna put the Hunter Orange vest on and nothing like that.
Well, I think they'd say that's illegal. Then you can't arrest me if you're not.
And you know what I would use too if I was a special agent?
Mm-hmm.
They would never hear me coming. I'd use a bow. All them boys, they don't get it out there. They're using them big guns and them machine guns and all that.
Uh-huh.
If I use my bow, my compound bow, they're not gonna hear that.
You don't think so?
I know.
Well, living in South Louisiana, we kind of have a different skew on things. I think, I drive around, I get to see people from Delcom and Dulac, and then back to Delcom, and then I get to see more people in Dulac, and then sometimes I get to see people in Delcom. But, people in Lafayette area, Acadiana area, they got that spirit that you got. You're always excited, always happy. You got that joy of life, got that excitement. You're happy. Let's dance. Laissez le bon temps rouler, like you always say. Now, we're old enough now. The world's not like that sometimes. And what you think about all that craziness going on in the world like that? I mean, how you take that? I mean, you're always happy and you're joyful. I mean, for all the people out there that are going through that, how they get through that?
Man, you just gotta move to the Lafayette area.
That's the easiest way to do it.
Man, yeah.
Now,
get you
if all
a
these people
job
start moving to the Lafayette area, then they can eat all the crawfish and eat all the boudin. Then what you gonna do then?
That's okay. That's gonna make them happy, make them healthy, make them happy, make them start a little garden.
Probably healthier.
That's gonna boost the economy like that.
Yeah, that's a good. I mean, that's a good point.
Man, Dollar Dog. Before I forget, we talk about that ice water upside your head fundraiser.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about starting. Gave me a little idea. I don't know if people gonna go with it or not, but we can raise a little money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to raise some money for our Sausage Po' Boy Preservation Conservation Association of Associates to help save the sausage po' boy from going extinct in the Lafayette area.
Yeah,
everybody knows I'm a big member of that, and I try to stop po' boy poaching for many reasons. Main reason is they're trying to make sausage skin boots out of them, and they're not letting them grow to a full length. But I was thinking maybe we could do something. You get a pot of boiling, a big pot of boiling water. You take that, you pour that on your head. After that, you take some Tony Sashers, douse that in your eyes, grab a bottle of crab ball, Zatarain's crab ball, down that with a fur coat on and some chest waders, and run around in 10 circles. And maybe something like that could start spreading.
I mean, what's that gonna prove? That you can do
it?
it?
It don't prove nothing. I'm just saying, like if I do it and you don't do it, then you gotta donate money.
Oh, well, I don't want to donate anymore. I ain't got no money to donate.
Well, maybe you can just donate like a 8-ounce bottle of Jack Miller's or something. That way you could put that on the po' boys to keep the skin healthy.
Well, I like Jack Miller's too, though.
Yeah, I remember when I was growing up, when I used to go to the dance hall, I used to rub just a little bit on my neck after I would get ready and take my bath and all that, and I'd shave and put a little Jack Miller's on my neck when you dance into the last song of the night. Maybe it's some Keith Sweat or something like that. Then them ladies, they pass their nose on that and they can't help themselves.
No, you can't. A true Cajun woman, they smell that helmet, that
Jack Miller's.
That Jack Miller's pheromone, coming through your skin, and they smell that, and their hips start moving, and then they start swaying, and then they hear that. Now, if you don't want me to, then
tell me. It's too easy loving you.
And then they start rocking it, and then they can't stop. I mean, that's how that works.
Yeah. Man, it got to the point where it was just too easy with the little Jack Miller's on your neck. Yeah. Y'all try that next time y'all go to Cowboys or something. But you just take your index finger and your middle finger and just a little dab on each side of your neck of that Jack Miller's and rub it into your skin. See if that helps. I mean, I hope, Nonk's always trying to help y'all, help my fellas out there. But I guess if y'all don't mind, Nonk Chauz is going to try to, with the Cajun word of the day. Man, I used to hear this word all the time when I was little. And some of y'all might hear it, and y'all don't know what it means. It's an easy little word, a little phrase that y'all can start using. Te pare. Te pare.
Te pare.
And Dollar Dog, we like to let you try to translate that for the people before Nonk and Todd give y'all the answer.
Now, how I heard it was today pare.
And what you think that means?
Yeah, that means today parade. So get your stuff on so we get early, get up front to the line so we can get some good beads up.
Now that's close, but you're getting better at that, boy. One day you're gonna surprise us and get that. Man, no, te pare means me already. Man, so when I was little, we'd be visiting at my mama for pops and all that, and drinking coffee and everything, and my mama would, after a couple of hours, she'd say, te pare? And then my mama or papa would jump up. Man, te bon, y'all early. But yeah, te pare, y'all ready. It's time to go. That's your Cajun word of the day. Te pare, y'all try to use that this week with your friends and family when y'all get ready to leave after y'all visited. And we like to thank y'all, me and Dollar Dog, for tuning in to another Wet Talk Podcast Net. And before we go, we'd like to give a few shout outs. We're going to start doing something new on the Podcast Net. We're going to, every time we airing, we're going to give you an opportunity to give some shots out. And tonight we have some shots out from Teresa Mesh. She said, no, please tell all my people, hey, this goes out to Bliss, Dan, Bert, and Nick. That's from Billy's Boudin, Krotz Springs. Billy's in Krotz. That's what she wrote. I don't know if that's Billy's Boudin or that's just another kind of Billy's. But thank y'all, Teresa. And then we got Sean Yates. He got a birthday coming up, June 28th. And we like to wish him a happy birthday, Sean. And I hope the all feels treating you right.
And no, don't forget, we want to give a big shout out to our special guest, Lola Love from the Zydeco Workout. Check out our website, the Zydeco Workout, playing the best of the Zydeco Nation.
Thank y'all again. Bonsoir.
We love y'all. Wake up in the morning, eat my piat yeah. Drink my coffee, read my paper, then I started my steer. Now on the Johnson Street in my company truck. I got a hot shot, these dudes make a couple of bucks. Just finished my hitch, I'm coming from Boston. I'ma pull into the best, I'm getting my gratin on. So if you can, 20, 30 miles out. Put all your riches down and do the roustabouts.
How y'all doing? This is a commercial, and y'all listening to Nonk Chaux's silky smooth God-given gift of a voice. But this could be your voice. This could be your commercial. All you gotta do is let us know on our Fache book. We're just a click away. You want to run a little ad campaign on here, or you want Nonk to do a commercial for you? Shad, Nonk don't mind. Just let Nonk know, Shad. Y'all can page me, come pass by my house after bingo session lets out. Or y'all could just click on the Fache book and look us up on the Electric Interstate. Thank y'all, and bye-bye.
We like our women tall, we like our women thick. We like when them girls cook that fried shoe pig. I got the booty, the crackling, the shodan too. I stuff all my chicken breasts with that Cospa goo. So if you 10, 20, 30 miles out, put all your inches down and do the roustabouts. And do the roustabouts, and do the roustabouts, and do the roustabouts. Till you scream and shot, and do the roustabouts, and do the roustabouts. Till you scream and shot, until you scream and shot. Do it, baby! Tell you what, some of you boys working 7 and 7, some 14 and 14, and for some of y'all...
How y'all doing? That's Nonk Chauz. I know it's summertime. Y'all look for something fun to do to bring the kids and the families out. So y'all come join us at Acadian Village July 19 and 20 for the first annual Louisiana Hot Sauce Expo. And you one and only Nonk Chauz and his God-given, silky, sweet, smooth voice will be hosting the event. They're going to have live bands. They're going to have over 100 hot sauce vendors out there. They're going to have food. They're going to have barbecue, a little kid area. They're going to have live music. So y'all come past, tell all your Nonks, taunts, cousins, and your potans to come on by. No matter what they say, this is the first annual Louisiana Hot Sauce Expo, baby.
Hold the tables, cut the propane. Jared's back to work. Jared, this song's for you, Sha. We appreciate it. On Brogan and Scott in Kingston too. We got an ice chest food. So what you wanna do? Spotlight on my head. Pump full of lead. Few beams in the back. I clean them in my shed. Purple holes brewing on top of the stove. I caught 100 hands on trim in the Henderson Cove. Move down a little spot, caught a big garfish. Gonna cut it in steaks and throw it on my pit. Lounge chairs open all over the place. Everybody's so happy, just stuff their face. So if you're 10, 20, 30 miles out, put all your riches down and do the roustabout. Do the roustabout, and do the roustabout. Now do the roustabout, till you scream and shout. Now do the roustabout, now do the roustabout. Do the roustabout, till you scream and shout. Now do the roustabout, now do the roustabout. Till you scream and shout, until you scream and shout. Now do the roustabout, now do the roustabout. Till you scream and shout, till you scream and shout. Do it, baby!